versus Zerg and Talon went on for 53 minutes. It was against Morrow, and here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the one and only alternate attack Socke. He is in the baby blue trunks. He is playing Protoss to the northeast versus his opponent, the one and only Nerchio. He is from Team Acer. He's in the red trunks. Oh, yes. Evil, evil Zerg.
One of the #1 player complaints at tournaments, online or offline, is wait in between games. Because players literally, I'm sure everybody that's listening to plays ladder as soon as they lose. It's like, let's play another one, let's play now.
Yeah, right into it, yeah.
Players are exactly the same.
Even I do that, and I'm terrible, so sometimes I'll get a little bit mopey and complain about imbalance on the stream, but mostly I want to go straight into the next one. And I think that Socke is going to be very comfortable on this map. He has this great macro style. We haven't even seen him manage to get out any Colossus yet, so he'll be looking into doing things like that. He likes his big death ball against Zerg, and he tends to do it very well. He's got a pretty upgrade-heavy style on maps like this. So this should be interesting. Nerchio could even actually expand on this map, because it looks like Socke is going in completely the wrong direction for the scout.
I mean, we can see now that Nerchio isn't going for a very fast, aggressive opening. I would actually, if I was Nerchio's coach, I would have been like, all right, man, let's do this. Let's go. Let's go. Do something more aggressive to early on, because you've got a game advantage. And
you can afford to lose
definitely, yeah, you can afford to lose it. Plus, on this map, you can get away with some very, very easy wins with 9 or 10 pull on this map. And in this case, Socke is going to go for a Forge first. Because he didn't scout his opponent first, he can't really gamble to take Nexus first, unlike Shakur's Plateau, and he's also sending out double probes. So this more looks like he might be going for some kind of cannon rush here.
Well, that is a possibility, and it would be quite dangerous. Nerchio is actually going for a spawning pull first. He could have expanded, but perhaps he expects some kind of cheese right here from Socke. Sock cheese. No.
Maybe, I don't think it's cheese, actually. He's sending the second probe back. I think it was just a scout, because I talked about that mentality of, players would like to cheese in this game when you have a good advantage.
Yeah.
Would like to be aggressive, and Socke just wanted to confirm that that wasn't going to be the case. And can go ahead and basically get a Nexus now. Doesn't need to throw down a cannon immediately. He might even get a gateway as well before the cannon. He's seen this. Actually, the spawning pool has finished now. 6lings in production. He probably will get the cannon first and then the gateway.
Yeah, he doesn't really have too much of a choice in the matter. Nerchio has not gone for the double extractor trick yet, but it looks like he's about to do just that. Will we see them pop? Will we? Yes, we will. There you go. And he was just about ready. And again, that allows him to get that queen out.
Indeed, and the queen is now making. 6lings are on the way though, but like the previous game, you can wall off. Well, you can't actually on this map actually. I was going to say you can wall off with that second gateway. It's a little bit more difficult on this one, and the Overlord does see the wall. It sees that the cannon is only on about 75%. The Lings will not get there in time though. Socke does build that pylon, so he can add on the second gateway now.
He'll have to be pretty quick, because these Zerglings are getting in one way or the other. There are holes in that wall. He might even lose. He might lose one. It depends. Nerchio is in a good position right there. Socke is actually, there's just holes all over the place. It's very, very risky. There's the wall off. Nicely timed there by Socke.
He's got to be careful though, because in that first game of Shakur's Plateau, Nerchio looked to squeeze in as that gateway finished to get in before the Cybercore goes up. So will we see that again here?
It's a possibility. It's very, very likely that he will cancel that. He ends up getting shot in the face for his trouble, however, so it's not perhaps what he was looking to do initially. It's like, when is he going to cancel it? When is he going to cancel it? He wants to know, and the thing is, he can see. I mean, he's got the Overlord. There's the cancel. No. Fool me once, shame on you. That's Socke's attitude right here.
But, I mean, that delayed the Cybercore a lot already. That was actually a long time. And in the meantime, in the background now, Nerchio's taking the third base. He's droning up already. Third base before the 5-minute mark. Very, very early now, and is even walking the queen the long way around. It's so slow motion, but it will finally get there. Nice opening now by Nerchio.
And I would hobble 500 miles, and I would hobble 500 more. What is going on with that?
Where's this drone going?
That is curious. He doesn't need scouting information. What on earth is he playing at?
Okay, he's going to squeeze in. Well, he can't squeeze in, I was going to say.
No, it's a full wall off, and he's already got that Overlord there. At least he did.
I think it was a mistake, and he's like, oops.
Oh, yeah, we already scouted. Yeah, thanks for that. Never mind. Well, at least he sees the wall. I think perhaps he was wanting to check the status of the wall, maybe, but he didn't actually see the status of the wall. I have no idea. Let's just not look into the warped mind of Nerchio. It's a scary thing.
I mean, and definitely the way you usually send Overlords is you usually click on the egg, the cocoon, and then send it somewhere, and I think that he might have just misclicked really and thought that was an Overlord. Never mind though, we're also going very, very drone heavy. We've taken the double gas now for Nerchio. We want to get that speed upgrade as soon as possible. Look at that Overlord as well in a great position. Cannot be removed basically until the observer comes out.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult. He'll be able to slide into that chasm in between the two bases, so it's well defended. Socke's not even going to bother shooting at it. In fact, of course, he doesn't see it because it's hiding in a tree. A sneaky individual.
Indeed, and now there is another Overlord coming. Nerchio needs to pull this back though. It should not be going in that far into the natural mineral line, and this is a bit of a mistake. I'm pretty well. Actually, he could be looking for a Stargate, I suppose.
Maybe, yeah.
I think it was more of a mistake than that.
Well, I think he's getting out, honestly, because if there were Stalkers, maybe not, but since it's only sentries, I think he should be okay. Overlord should be able to get out of there without too much of a problem at all. 2 more gateways being added on right here for Socke, who looks like he's just in for the long haul for the time being.
And this third base is really helping out the economy of Nerchio now. 42 to 41, but this third base is going to allow him to pump out a lot more units. As you can see, 10 lings, 12 lings are ready. And basically, these lings are now being used instead of building drones right now, in case Socke does decide to just put a bit of pressure on, and you see players move to the middle of the map and then move back. What Nerchio is doing is counteracting that. He's like, all right, move to the middle map and lose your units, rather than just pulling back. Yeah,
smart move right there by Nerchio. Also following that up with the Roach one. Socke is going for some early attack this time around. We haven't seen a huge amount of that, aside from, of course, that Stargate play. He's going for a Twilight Council right now at about the 8-minute mark. So we could see DT play. He does have 4 gas up, so it is a possibility, or because we could be seeing some early High Templar or maybe even some Archon.
I think it's going to be Blink more than anything, because, I mean, if he goes for a DT Shrine, that Twilight Castle's so close to the front, it doesn't really make too much sense. And plus, Nerchio is a very solid player that I don't think he's not going to Spore Crawl if he does feel threatened.
You are absolutely 100% correct. There you go. There is your Blink, and that Cybernetics core has served its purpose, will now be destroyed and rebuilt elsewhere. That's a lot of extra gateways adding on right there. Yeah,
it's going to be a timing attack with +2 and Blink together, and there's going to be a lot of units here. And unless this is scouted, I mean, let's have a look at that Overlord vision. Doesn't see anything. Does see the Chrono Boost on the Forge, though. Understands A upgrade is being researched, but that is completely standard. And in the background now, layered, you know, almost finished. Drone, 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 drone. If Nerchio doesn't scout this soon, this could really go to the final game, because it's going to be so hard to defend this 7-gate push with Blink, with +2, without any detection.
Oh yeah, there's no real question about that. Socke has a large force of sentries already on the field. Since he has all of those gateways, he's going to be able to follow that up with a lot of Stalkers, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Blink Stalker didn't really seem to make a huge amount of sense for one Stalker, unless it was a very favored Stalker. In this case, that's not happening. Ooh, he's swinging around the side right now, and he could get caught out of position right here. Is he going to be able to break through this? Oh, no! No, Socke, what are you doing? Oh, dear God, Nerchio picks the perfect time to start ripping the economy out from underneath the German player.
Oh, not only does he rip the economy, he's now scouted everything, sees all the gateways, has added on 1 million units now. Socke is looking in such a horrible position.
Oh, dear God, this is hard to watch, I have to say. Oh, it's a brilliant sentry play right there by Socke, nailing them all down the side. I mean, not a huge amount of damage done, honestly. It's still now 52 probes to 64, so it's not a big deal. I mean, Nerchio actually only killed 2 to 3 probes right there, but he did gain a huge amount of scouting information.
Yeah, he knows exactly what's coming now, and the thing is, he wasted a lot of force fields too that shouldn't have been used there. So he's going to have a harder time fighting against these lings. Ling's already set up for another counterattack already. So as soon as he moves down, guess what? He's going in again.
Yeah, and he delayed the timing attack as well, which is perhaps the most important thing of the lot.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh no, Socke! Socke didn't learn. He didn't learn. Oh, these probes are going to pay the price for his lack of education in this regard. Nerchio is going to teach them a thing or two about defending your mineral lines, or more precisely, how not to do it.
Okay, so we have like 15 roaches about to pop out too. They are going to be used to defending against +2 Stalkers. Could be very difficult. Could be a base race scenario here. Who can come out on top? I don't know.
Well, honestly, I think it's going to be Nerchio right now. I mean, 71 drones to 37 probes. He's got 3 bases. His opponent has 2 now. 1. Those Zerglings are going in completely uncontested against this force, and now he's down to 1 base. And here come the sentries and the Stalkers. I would imagine he'll be able to nail down this hatchery without too much of a problem. Both players now heavily supply blocked, so it's whatever is on the field right now.
The thing is, though, Socke is starting to defend, though. Oh, 2 zealots out of position there.
Bang.
Do get picked off, but he does have 4 and a working mining base. The problem is now, how does Nerchio defend with a huge supply block? How does he defend against all these Stalkers and sentries? Plus
Spine Crawlers is the answer to that. And the thing is, they're not up in time. Socke can nail them down. Socke could turn this around right here.
Indeed he could, and all the jaws are being pulled off TotalBiscuit.
Oh wow, he's got a few roaches in as well. This is going to be a do-or-die situation right here for Socke. If this attack fails, then he is out as far as I'm concerned. He does have more roaches now moving up from his 3rd base. In the meantime, Socke is holding this quite nicely. He nails the roaches down and is now harassing this lair.
Indeed he is, and it looks really great now for Socke. I can't believe how composed he was in this fight. The lair has been targeted down now, but as soon as these roach and lings come from behind, he's going to look for a final surround. Can Nerchio defend?
That is a great question. Nerchio has a huge amount of supply available, but his economy has tanked pretty hard after that one. He's only on that one functional base. All his drones are out of position. Socke needs to be careful. If he gets surrounded right here, this could be the end of him. And there we go. Here's the engagement from the side. Force fields deployed, but the roaches are still in firing positions. This is literally the Alamo right here for Socke. Surrounded on all sides. Huge number of force fields up. Socke actually might survive just. It's so close. He's going to have to leave with the remainder of his forces, but how much damage was really done there?
Well, let's have a look.
This is a reset. They're both down to 54 supplying on one functional base.
Well, I think Socke is in the lead right now, and because look at the drone count now, 35 to 23. The economy of Nerchio is horrible. Look, 90 minerals versus 1,500 gas. Socke is now walled off. He's getting his natural up, and indeed, a Dark Shrine is being made now.
No lair.
This could be horrible. No lair. He does have an evolution chamber though, but I don't think a spore crawler is going to be on his mind.
He's not expecting this.
No, but Mutalisk may scout it. That is the
they
one
very
thing.
well might. I have to wonder where he's hidden it. There is actually an Overlord in that base. He's put it here, so potentially he could deny this Mutalisk and the Overlord scout. Overlord's not moving in. He's going to force him away with that Stalker, and of course he's herding him away from the Dark Templar Shrine. There are 4 Mutalisks on the way. Nerchio in a defensive posture for the time being, looking to rebuild his economy, still quite far behind, as you can see. Nerchio mining no gas right now whatsoever.
Yeah, he's trying to build up. He's just using all his gas now for every piece of music. I don't even think that Nerchio's going to try and drone now. He's just going to use all his economy for one final blow. The problem is, look how many Stalkers there are now. They have +2 as well. He has cannons in his base. All he has to do now is just build up, harass with this DT Shrine, which is finishing now. No Spore Crawlers anywhere.
Uh-oh.
And, ooh, this all 4, income 4.
Oh, 4 DTs moving in right here. The question is, where are they? Yes, they're moving out directly from the base, splitting into 2 groups. He's looking to take out this area right here. He doesn't know it's there yet, but he surely must expect it. He knows about this third. The lair is coming in, but it's not going to be in time. The economic advantage now in Socke's favor, who has inexplicably managed to swing this around, and any lesser player would have GG'd at the amount of damage that was being done to his base.
So the main base and natural normally of Nerchio is not even there, but this base is in trouble. He's even targeting the layer down. It's going to have to cancel. The hatch is going to go down. Spore Crawler is being added onto the left-hand side base and layer beginning there as well, but that is not what Nerchio wants to try to rebuild into this game.
No, it is not. Mutalisk harassment now landing on the natural expansion right here, but Socke's got plenty of +2 Stalkers on the field with the blink, so those Mutalisks have been effectively nullified. Down goes that third base, and Nerchio is in a really bad position right now.
Yeah, the spawning pool has no creep. It's slowly dying. So is the Spire. So is the Roach Warren on the natural as well. Everything's just falling apart now for Nerchio, and he's looking really bad. He's trying to scramble back together. Spore Crawler does finish though, so he will defend against this DT Shrine. These Mutalisks have to do so much damage to come back into this game.
And it's going to be really hard for that to happen as well, because Socke has a lot of Stalkers on the field. They do have blink, and while these DTs have done a horrendous amount of damage, Nerchio is still sitting on one base now, upgrading to lair. However, the possibility of Colossus is now in the mix, with the Colossus Den, as I like to call it, now complete.
And Socke does have a DT in the bottom left, denying that hatchery again. He has another one scouting the top left-hand side, making sure there is no mining bases for Nerchio aside from this one. And Socke just has to sit on 2 base, just has to build up with all the minerals, doesn't need to expand, builds up with every piece of mineral he has, build cannons to defend against Mutalisks, and then push out.
Yep, there are 13 Mutalisks on the field. That's quite a significant force. Damage can be done. Those Stalkers are out of position for this attack. In come the Mutalisks and taking as much damage as he possibly can. Raining it down right here on the minimal line of Socke. He could take that photon cannon out, perhaps he could certainly take that free pylon, and then he's going to have to leave. The Stalkers are now in the field, and there really is no response right here for Nerchio. He can't come in and do damage in the meantime, so that's a little bit unfortunate.
I mean, how does Nerchio play from here? He can't expand because there's just DTs everywhere. He's trying to get the bottom left now. He's adding on a Roach Warren and a Spire. He's going to try to continue with these Mutalisks now as much as possible. They are doing a lot of damage and stopping this third base as well. Socke is looking for this third base, but is going to be denied by these Lings and Mutalisk here.
Yes, he will. We've got a Templar Archive on the way up as well. Could be looking for Archons, could be looking for, of course, High Templar. Whatever the case, there's the blink, and Socke actually now completely out of position. That is blinked himself into the chasm, and now is the way to get out of that. A lot lot of pylons could be taken out right here. Supply block is a possibility. However, there's the quick blink, and the Mutalisk shut down for the time being. Nerchio is trying to keep the pressure on, mostly, I think, just to keep his opponent from attacking him.
Indeed, and this DT, well, he's actually going to move now at the south location. Was going to deny that hatchery, but a hatchery will go up again, and it's going to move around, will get denied again. But in the meantime, these Mutalisks still doing a lot of bit of damage. They are doing damage, though. The problem is there's just the Stalker count keeps growing and growing and growing, and there's really nothing that Nerchio can do to actually combat this army.
No, not at the moment. There are 24 Stalkers on the field. Economic advantage still remains in favor of Socke. Very few drones have come out in the meantime. There's a couple of free Mutalisks right here for Socke, who rains it down and really thins that flock out. There's only 6 on the field right now, and they're all heavily damaged.
That's a trigger right there. He's killed too many Mutalisks right there. That's it. Socke is definitely going to go now. He has 3 cannons on the natural, 2 in the main base, and he hasn't got any on the third base, but he doesn't care. I'm sure he's going to push out after that.
If he doesn't, then he's really making a mistake, because he has an opportunity. Don't let Nerchio get back on his feet. That's the worst thing you can possibly do. And of course, do not underestimate Nerchio. 3 Archons coming on right here for Socke, which makes perfect sense considering what he's going up against. And I would imagine they're going to lead the charge, and then Socke will bring the hammer down on Nerchio, who will be very hard pressed to defend that.
Indeed, and a few more high temp level opening. It looks like 2 additional Archons maybe. He doesn't have Storm. So I guess they will be. Yeah, there are 2 additional Archons, and here comes the hammer to basically end Nerchio, to crush him out of this game. Mutalisk may try to harass at the same time, but I mean, this handful...
It's not going to make a difference,
he
is
can
it?
even warp in Stalkers, and he should be fine. And he's actually going to pull back, surprisingly.
Yeah, don't do that. That indecision could cost him. You really don't want to do that. Don't let Nerchio get back on his feet. You've got to bring the hammer down now. You've got to crush him now. Otherwise, he's going to get going again, and that's the last thing you want. He's now on 40 drones. He's been getting his economy back in shape. But honestly, defending against an attack of this size is going to be nigh on impossible.
Oh, indeed. With Blink as well, it basically doubles the value of the Stalker, and here we go.
Yes, indeed. And very little damage done there by Socke. His trademark efficiency coming through right here. The Spore Crawler will probably get shot down as well, so if there are any remaining DTs, GG, that's it. And that's 2 apiece in this best of 5 series. What a great way to start.